In a prison sentence for a giant figure in Chicago politics. First, the sentence handed down to Ed Burke. Good afternoon. I'm Terrence Lee.
And I'm Sylvia Perez. We begin with the Ed Burke sentencing. 2 years in prison. Our political reporter Paris Schutz is live at Dirksen Federal Building with more on this. A bit of a surprise for the time, Paris?
A bit of a surprise, Sylvia and Terrence. The guidelines called for between 6.5 and 8 years in prison, but Judge Virginia Kendall, as you mentioned, chose 2 years, also $2 million in fines and 1 year of supervised release. Now, Judge Kendall talked about the seriousness of these crimes. When that sentencing was handed out, Ed Burke sat there fairly emotionless at the desk, staring straight at the judge. His entire family was there, 4 children, 9 grandchildren, his longtime wife, former Illinois State Supreme Court Justice Ann Burke. All of them were fairly expressionless as well. They might have been thinking it could have been much worse than this, but he does get 2 years in prison. Judge Kendall made a point to say that she had never, in all her years on the bench, received an outpouring of letters of support for any defendant as she had for Ed Burke here. Folks reaching out from all sectors of life, public and private life, saying Ed Burke had attended their son's funeral. Ed Burke had named a school after their fallen son, fallen Afghan war vet. Ed Burke had volunteered at Misericordia, all these good deeds that he'd done. And Judge Kendall made a point to say that she has to include this in her decision, even though he was convicted on 13 of 14 counts of racketeering, bribery, and extortion. And the question we were all grappling with was, would we hear from Ed Burke? Would he apologize for his crimes? Burke did get up before the court about an hour ago and gave a very brief statement. He said, quote, that he'd been blessed to have wonderful family and such wonderful friends, blessed with a great career. He said, I'm sorry to see this career end like this. The blame for this is mine and mine alone. I regret the pain and sorrow that I have caused my family and my dear friends, and I would ask your honor to have compassion and mercy. Whatever amount of time God has decided to leave me on this earth, I'd like to spend as much of it as possible with my devoted wife, wonderful children, and grandchildren. It's very interesting. He's towing a line here. He is not admitting guilt. Nowhere in that statement does he say, I am guilty or I apologize for my crimes. He says, what happened here is my responsibility and mine alone, which leads one to believe that he and his legal team are preparing to appeal this conviction. So he is set to report to prison in 90 days, federal prison in Oxford. The judge, although she mentioned all these good deeds that Burke had done, she did say, quote, what happens when a public official acts in favor of himself rather than the public, that's when citizens lose faith in their public officials and in the belief that those elected officials will represent them. So there were 4 main schemes here. The crux of his conviction was Ed Burke was found to have used his very powerful public position to try and enrich himself. How did he do that? He tried to get money from those seeking business with the city for his private tax appeal law firm. So now he lost his law practice. He's no longer an alderman. And he's 80 years old. The judge mentioned that she also has to factor in his health conditions. He's had issues with prostate cancer in recent years, issues with skin cancer. He had suffered a stroke in the last 5 years and a seizure. He won't get the kind of health care in prison that he gets now. But we'll see if Burke decides to come down and address the media and address the public with his defense team, or if the acting U.S. Attorney Morris Pasquale comes down again 2 years when the guidelines called for between 6.5 and 8 years. So a much lesser sentence than many were expecting, but still significant time in federal prison for somebody that is 80 years old. And we are going to have the very latest here from federal court. This sentencing just came down about 40 minutes ago, so we're waiting anyone that speaks. And if anyone does come down and speaks to the press, we will cut in and carry their press conference live. And I'll have much more in the 4 o'clock hour, the 5 o'clock hour, and at 9, and all day on Fox 32, Chicago.com. And now, Sylvia and Terrence, we toss it back to you.